First, let's pay homage to the lineage gurus, to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming, to Master Sakya Zengkong, the Shung Rinpoche, to the 16th Dharma King Kamapa, and Master Dupten Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar, and homage to the main deity of the ceremony, the wealth-attracting goddess. Simu, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, temple directors, all disciples present here and over the webcast, and our guests of honors today. First, because our guest of honors is always blocked by the person taking videos and the video camera, so she couldn't see me throughout the ceremony. So could you please remove the video camera? Because I saw that your video camera blocked the vision of the Kamala Lama, which is the wife of the Chacha Rinpoche. So she couldn't even see me, what I was doing earlier. So in the future, please pay attention to this. This is very important. Because this is the most precious spiritual leader of the Nyingmapa, the red sect of the Tibetan Tantrayana, and the wife of Chacha Rinpoche, Kamala Lama. So Chacha Rinpoche is now 104 years old. And he is the lineage holder of the 9-stage meditation practice of Longchepa of Nyingmapa. So the most precious lineage holder of Longchepa on the 9 stages of meditation practice of Nyingmapa. So the great completion practice, so Chacha Rinpoche could be said to be the highest spiritual leader of the great completion practice of Nyingmapa. And he is now considered to be the most precious, and the greatest, that is most respected in Tibet. Including Dalai Lama, His Holiness Dalai Lama also revere Chacha Rinpoche. And the 16th Dharma King, His Eminence Kamapa, as he passed away, he was also helped by Chacha Rinpoche, including Kalu Rinpoche. At the funeral service, it was also held by Chacha Rinpoche. So in Tibetan Tantrayana, everyone would know of this Cha-cha Rinpoche. And he's considered to be the highest spiritual leader of the Nyingma-pa, the red sect, and Kagyu-pa, the white sect. So Kamala Lama today is present here, so let's welcome her. So this is the picture of Cha-cha Rinpoche. His beard is white and long, and he looks very dignified. A very precious spiritual leader in Tibet. So Kamala Lama, she's also a very precious guru or master. And she goes all over the world to spread the Buddha Dharma. And when she visited California in United States, she visited Seattle and we met before. So she is also a very revered, a venerable Buddha mother in Tibetan Tantrayana. So the Buddha mother of Cha-cha Rinpoche went all over the world to spread Buddha Dharma. So in Nyingma-pa, she is in charge of everything in that sect. So I would like to especially introduce her. So I apologize that the video camera blocked her vision from the beginning to the end of the ceremony, and I couldn't see her, and of course she couldn't see me either. So I apologize. I'm so sorry for that. And we also have many other VIPs. From Nantou County, the Chief Secretary, Mr. Chen. From Nantou County, the Civil Bureau, the Chief, Mr. Chen. Also from Nantou County, the Religious Department, also the Chief, Mr. Chen. So her name is very unusual in Chinese. How do you pronounce this character? From Nantou County of the Government Service, the Director, Mr. Chen, and the Legislator, Ms. Ma Wenjun. Thank you. From the Taichung City Council, Mr. Chen. And from the Nantou County Council, Ms. Xu. From Nantou County, the representative to the Chaotun Town, Ms. Huang. from the Taiwan Provincial Consultative Council. I cannot. Mr. Chen. And from the Nantou County Social Bureau, the previous chief, Mr. and Mrs. Xiong. From Academia Sinica, Professor Zhu and Mrs. Zhu. From National Taiwan Science and Technology University, Professor of the MBA, Mr. Lin. From Pingtung, the Dharma Science and Technology University, the Assistant Professor Ye. From Hong Kong, Asian College of Knowledge Management, Professor Lee and Mrs. Lee. From Hong Kong Chinese University, Professor Tam. From the National Tsinghua University, Professor Lee. From the Nantou County KMT Party, Director Mr. Lee. From the Tainan City, the DPP Party, member, the council person Tsai, and representative to the legislator Tsai Chi-chang, Ms. Chen. A well-known TV personality, Mr. Tai Ziyan. And a well-known artist, Mr. Xing Long. Producers to the CTI TV, Mr. Xiong, Hong Bin.
My university same class, 朱金水先生及夫人陈哲霞女士，蔡明仪先生及夫人陈淑梅女士。中委会法律顾问卓。
Attorney City Tubula Foundation, Mr. Zhou, Mr. Luo, Ms. Huang, President of the Lotus Light Charitable Society, Mr. Wu. From Malaysia, the Yongping County Council Person, Mr. Chen. Datuk from Malaysia, Ms. Chen. From Indonesia, Tantayana Association, the chairman, Mr. Chen. From Indonesian Petroleum Company, manager Mr. Garuda Mas and Mrs. Sapadio. Businessman from Hong Kong, Mr. Lei and Mrs. Lei. Businessman from Indonesia, Mr. and Mrs. Tsang. Businessman from Indonesia, Mr. and Mrs. Guan. Businessman from Indonesia, Ms. Wu. From Thailand, the CEO of Leita Business Group, Mr. Ye. From China Trust Financial Advisor, Ms. Li and her husband. Producers for the CTI TV, the Illuminating Your Heart, Ms. Rebecca Su. producers for the Platform Sutra and Development Stages of Tantrayana TV programs, Master Lian Yue, and the host Dharma Sister Pei Jun.
For small girl， for small girl 其实是大妈，不是 small girl。
Actually, the big mamas, not small girls.
今天还有很多的贵宾没有念到。
And we have many more guests of honors that we didn't call their names. Qizong and his mother. And many more others. Good afternoon. How do you do? This is the first time we perform the wealth-attracting goddess Homa fire offering ceremony. Perhaps no one else had ever done this before in the world. A lot of people check the websites for this deity. Which one is this wealth-attracting goddess? Or the complete name is like hooking and luring continual wealth goddess. Only in one book, which is the Tantric Tantrayana complete compendium, only in that catalog, in that reference book, that this deity is mentioned and couldn't be found anywhere else. Perhaps in this world, only Grandmaster knows about this deity and her origin. And I haven't said anything about her. And no one knows, everyone checked everywhere, no information about her. But after Grandmaster speaks about her, then everyone would know. This deity is very special. She is holding a Vajra hook. She is very special, very mysterious, very secretive, very extraordinary, very precious. I like to announce that the primary sponsors of the ceremony today is close to 1,000 people. And we have 30 to 40,000 participants in this ceremony. And it's also attended by the most masters from all over the world. It's packed. They're all here to see what Grandmaster is going to show. There is no information about this deity in any of the manuals of any Tantra or Tantric books or references. So now I like to tell you, long, long ago, I have said about the sutra on going out or doing business. At the Emperor Temple, I have talked about this. So, going out the door, reciting the sutra, coming down the steps, I see Guan Yin Bodhisattva. To the east, I see Buddhas. To the west, I see Buddhas. To the south, I see Buddhas. To the north, I see Buddhas. Buddhas, 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 Buddhas everywhere. Business is good. All are sold. All sold out. So in English, how would you say that? Okay, I can say it this way.
I go outside, sell my item. I open the door. I see one Sri Buddhism. East have so many Buddha. West have so many Buddha. South have so many Buddha. North have so many Buddha. Oh Buddha. Wow. Buddha, 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 Buddha. Business very good. Today, my item is also. 我这是讲出门经给大家听啊。平时你会念。
So I recite this sutra, the doing business sutra. So if you recite the sutra, it will help your business. And the wealth attracting goddess is different. This deity, nobody else had ever transmitted before. I heard that the yidam for Kamala Lama is a woman Jambala. So her yidam is a woman Jambala. In Tibet, that's the woman Jambala. But is that the wealth attracting goddess? I don't know. I don't know. The yidam for Kamala Lama is the woman Jambala. So, and the fact that Kamala Lama is present here, that means that we have two wealth deities. One is on earth and the other one is in the heavenly realms. So this means that we have wealth deity from both the heavens and the earth. So we are destined to prosper. So comparing who's greater, this is a joke. This morning when I woke up, I felt that I grew taller. Oh, how come my feet is reaching out of the blanket? So I must have grown taller and become greater. No, it turned out that the blanket is sideways. So I'm still the same height. Simu Lu said he always said that tall and handsome guy. But she's married to a short and chubby man. So every time I heard she mention about tall and handsome man, I always feel, oh. But Grandmaster Lu, although he is a bit shorter and a bit stockier, but his spirit is like a giant. So this well-attracting goddess, she was a giant long, long ago. She's a great giant. As soon as you gain spiritual response with this deity, then all the other wealth deities, the 5 directional wealth deities, or from Tantrayana, the yellow, red, green, white, black Jambalas, or the main Jambala, then if you gain spiritual response with this deity, you would gain spiritual response with all the other wealth deities. Do you know who she is? The wealth-attracting goddess, do you know who she is? Do you recognize her 6th syllable? Her 6th syllable is 3 or xie. So I like to tell you that when Amitabha Buddha was building the Western paradise, he was traveling to myriads, millions of the Buddha lands, and he was followed by this wealth-attracting goddess. When you see the 6th syllable 3 or shit, then you would know that she comes from the Western paradise. What we see are Amitabha Buddha, Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, Mahastama Bodhisattva, the 3 deities of the West. So where is this wealth-attracting goddess positioned? But she's the mistress of Amitabha Buddha. So now you understand. Next to Amitabha, there are Kuan Yin Bodhisattva and Mahastama Bodhisattva. The 2 great bodhisattvas are the attendants to Amitabha Buddha. But this wealth-attracting goddess is no one can see her around because she's the mistress of Amitabha Buddha. But you know, I'm telling you that in Buddha lands there is no terms for mistress. Someone saw a really hot and beautiful girl and talked to her, trying to hook up. After talking for a long time, he found out that his wallet is gone. And finally he understood that beauty is gone beauty is empty. So Amitabha Buddha, he is a Tathagata, a Buddha, and he could transform, and he's building Western paradise. The building of Western paradise is due to the power of the wealth-attracting goddess. Amitabha Buddha is not moving, and then from his heart he emanated the wealth-attracting goddess. And this goddess, after seeing all the precious items of the Western paradise, so all the best items of all the Buddha lands are in the Western paradise. The finest items. So who built it is the wealth-attracting goddess that was emanated from the heart of Amitabha Buddha. She was the one who built it. She used her Hevajra hook and hook all the golds to the Western paradise. That's why the ground of the Western paradise are covered with gold. And then she hooked all the precious gems, the 7 gem trees, then to fill the Western paradise. And the sweet nectar of the Buddha lands, and to draw all the water to the Western paradise, and it becomes the 8 meritorious water. Gold, the 7 precious gems, and the most beautiful shining pearls, they're all hooked or drawn or lured by the wealth-attracting goddess. And this deity, she built all the palaces made of these precious items in the Western paradise. So think about, so just imagine the power of this deity. The mantra, Om, In Kusa, Set, Hom, Pe, Soha. The meaning, Om, using the Vajra hook to draw, to hook, to lure Soha, all accomplished. So that's the meaning of the mantra. It's like attracting. What's that called? So it's that practice to draw all the power into his body, or to draw or to attract all the money of the world to oneself. So use the hook to hook all the items to the Western paradise. That's why Western paradise become the most famous paradise, the most famous Buddha land or Pure Land. So she could create this most beautiful Buddha land. So that's why practicing her practice, you would become as wealthy as that in the Western paradise. And there's another benefit. If you gain spiritual response with her, it's the same as gaining spiritual response with Amitabha Buddha, because this goddess is emanated from the heart of Amitabha Buddha. So now, do you understand? Isn't she great? Just look at the seed syllable. It's shit or three. In Japanese, they pronounce it three. In Tibetan, you pronounce it she. Three. My name is English. I am Kazuhiko. I live in Taichung and Seattle, United States. I live in both places. My house is at Huiming Road, number 35. So those who understand Japanese would understand. So who understands Japanese? Master Jingxiang and the Japanese professor. Professor Ye is a professor teaching Japanese. And the producer for Feng Song Wushuang, he's also a Japanese teacher. I am Sheng-yen Lu. My house is in Taichung City, Huimin Road, number 35. And the house of this wealth-attracting goddess is in Western paradise. And she was emanated from the heart of Amitabha Buddha. And there's one tip for you. When you visualize her, one hand is holding the Vajra hook, the other hand holding the treasure mouse. You need to visualize the hook moving. And whatever that you want to hook, then you visualize it would come out from the hook, from the Vajra hook. So now we have her look. One hand is holding the Vajra hook, the other one is holding the treasure mouse, and her whole body is red. And Amitabha Buddha in the Western paradise is also red. The color is the same. Amitabha Buddha is red, and in Tibetan Tantrayana, Amitabha is also red, and this wealth-attracting goddess is also red. And when you want to enter into Samadhi, you visualize, you recite the mantra. And with visualization, mantra and mudra, and the mudra is the hook mudra. Like this. When you enter into Samadhi, hold this mudra, and then you move the hook. Whatever you wish for, visualize it to come out from the hook and drop in front of you. Franklin, the US dollar bills. Hook, 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 hook. Or gold. Visualize all the gold, all of them. Gold bars. Like all the bars. Be careful not to be hit by the bars, by the gold bars. And don't also be hit by the Franklin or the new Taiwan dollars. Hook. Like your visualization. It's like the ocean of clouds. Boundless amount of the Taiwan dollars. Recently, after I give blessings on the head, someone won the lottery. To Buddha disciple. Yeah. So when I give the blessing, he told me, I won the first prize in lottery. And he asked me not to tell. Why? Because there are many people are building temples. The Dharma masters, they would chase after this person. So you won first prize, so why don't you donate your money to build temples? So Lianhua Somai won the lottery in America. And then the masters here assaulted him. Not sexual assault, but assaulted him with asking for donations, so he doesn't dare to come to the temples anymore. So this person told Grandmaster. Grandmaster congratulated him. But and then he just gave an offering of $100. So with mudra, mantra, and her look, and please remember to visualize with the hook. So how would you say that in English? Hook. Wealth is money. Angel.
Hook, money, lady, angel. 你这个要懂的啊，你用我怎么讲？
So you need to understand in Japanese. I don't know.
想一想看。
我看你。
勾，哎呀，反正。勾在天鸟，勾在天鸟，勾在天鸟。真的，我勾日本话我会讲，财我会讲。在
Japanese.
看呢，我看呢，我看呢，哦，财，天呢，我想想看。
Let me think about it.
我知道佛是不老的，菩萨是菩提萨瓦。神呢？神怎么讲
God.
我记得我学的不是卡米，卡米萨玛，卡米萨玛。啊，我知道卡米萨玛就讲神嘛，对不对？应该是我卡内卡米萨玛。
In Japanese.
我看呢，卡米萨玛啊，高才天理，对不对？ 娘，天女是天女。好啦，算你赢了。穆斯妹是你的，穆斯妹，小姐是吧？穆斯妹啊。
Musume is like a miss. You need to visualize this wealth-attracting goddess as a 16-year-old. So, you can use this. This is a fake eyelashes. This eyelashes, you hook with that lashes. Then the money will drop. The fake eyelashes looks like hooks. It's very meaningful. You use the eyelashes of your eyes and hook all the money and wealth from the sky. The tip is that the Vajra hook has to move, and the mudra that formed the hook has to move, and think of the wealth that you want and visualize them to be lured down, to be drawn down. And she could lure or move all the wealth deities, Jambalas, the 5 directionals, wealth deities, all of them could be drawn or attracted by her. And there's this praise that all the good deeds of the past would gain in virtues and treasures. And I pay homage to the Buddha Mother who bestow wealth. So we need to praise her and recite the praise. And in Buddha school, we have the pre-practices and the main practices and the post-practices. And all together would comprise to a complete procedure, practice procedure, a tantric sadhana. So tantric sadhana always comprises of the pre, main, and post practice procedures. So this wealth-attracting goddess is very great. There's this joke. An elephant was swimming in the river, and his spouse, which is an ant, called him, "Please get out of the water." He was swimming in the river, and the ant continued to call on him, "Come on, get out of the water, come up." And finally, the elephant got up and asked the ant, "So what happened? Why did you call me?" And the ant said, "Oh, I was just curious if you're wearing my pants." There are a lot of jokes about elephants. The elephants in Chinese is also called the grey elephant. It's just like the wealth-attracting goddess is big, is great, like the elephant. And we are human beings like the ants. So whatever she wants to bestow, it's very easy. She can give us a lot of things. There's other jokes about elephant and ant. One time, the ant climbed to the ear of the elephant, and after saying a few words, the elephant fainted because the ant said, "I'm pregnant with your child." Finally, they got married, and one day they are going to get divorced. And the ant had the reason, I want to get divorced. Why? Because every time to kiss him, I have to climb all day long. And the elephant was also dissatisfied. You know, after you climb for so long, and then when I'm breathing and you're gone, I couldn't find you anymore. So finally, they got divorced. And then the ant stood in front of the ant hole and put one of her leg out. And someone asked, "Why are you sticking your leg out?" And she said, "I hate the elephant because I want to trip him, to let him trip when he passed by." So the great elephant symbolizes this wealth-attracting goddess. She has such great wealth, and we are human beings like the little ants. She has such great wealth, and she can give, bestows whatever we ask for. So she has this capability, and she's an emanation of Amitabha Buddha. And there's even greater benefit in practicing her practice, because once you gain spiritual response with this deity, you gain spiritual response with Amitabha Buddha. And then, with one wealth deity and one Amitabha Buddha, then that would be incredible if you gain spiritual response with this too. So not only you gain wealth and fortune, you also gain the wisdom of the Tathagata. So this is how great she is. So this wealth deity, the greatness about her is that she originated from Western paradise, and all the finest and the best things exist in Western paradise. And she is the wealth deity of Western paradise. And once you gain spiritual response with her, you gain spiritual response with Amitabha Buddha, because she is a mistress of Amitabha Buddha. So if you gain spiritual response with the mistress of Amitabha Buddha, how could Amitabha Buddha not like you? And Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, who's most compassionate, and the Mahastama Bodhisattva, who's most wise, could not win over this mistress, because this mistress is emanated by Amitabha Buddha, transformed out of his heart. And Western paradise is built by her. So she is Amitabha Buddha, and Amitabha Buddha is also this wealth-attracting goddess. So only I spoke like this. You've never heard it anywhere else. It's never spoken by anyone else like this. Let me share a joke. It's a couple of lovers were caught by a hunter in the woods, in the mountains. And the hunter told them, if you eat each other's poo, then I would release you. And the couple really did it. And the hunter really released them. And on the trip back, the woman cried and the man asked, why? Why are you crying? We are free now. And the woman was very sad and said, you don't love me. You don't think otherwise you wouldn't excrete that much. I'm telling you, if you pray to this wealth-attracting goddess, I like to tell you, she would definitely give you a lot. Doesn't matter how much you ask for, she will give you a lot, right? We all will prosper. There's another joke that I've told before. There's a cannibal group. Father and son are going out hunting, and they saw a very skinny woman walking by. And they saw that, and the son asked the father, should we catch her? And the father, no. She's just bones. Not tasty. Let her go. And then there's a very fat lady. Very fat. One's skinny, one's fat. And the son asked the daddy, how about this? Should we catch her and eat her? And the dad said, no, too greasy, so fat, too much fat, too much cholesterol, let her pass. And then there's this hot girl, beautiful.
So nice, so beautiful.
And when the father eyes open wide and the son, okay, should we catch her and eat her? No, okay, let's catch her and then let's eat your mom. This is a joke. So what I meant to say is this wealth-attracting goddess is great and she's very precious like a Buddha. Let me repeat it. That your mudra has to move. And in visualization, it has to move too. And whatever you ask for, you have to hook it, to draw it, to lure it. But if your hook does not move, the wealth will not drop. But you need to visualize the hook of the deity also move, and the hook of your mudra also move. This is the key formula, the tip. So once said, it's very easy. But if you're not being told, that you never knew, even if you keep saying money, 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 it would never come. You would never think of it. So the visualization, the hook of the deity has to move, and the hook of your mudra has also moved. So if you ask for material wealth, then this goddess would bestow it to you. This is very important. Visualization and mudra. Very important. Visualization and mudra. And the mantra. the method, the great practice of hooking, luring, attracting, drawing. It's all in this. So, by practicing this Dharma practice, it's the same as if you're practicing Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. You would also gain wisdom, the wisdom of the Tathagata, because she is an emanation of Amitabha Buddha. And you would also gain spiritual response with Mahastama Bodhisattva, because Mahastama Bodhisattva is very wise, has great wisdom. And in a moment, we will confer the empowerment for this deity, Om Mani Padme Hum.